me try the Momo and Anzu. So we got Tiny One and Momo and Anzu. So the first turn, Momo and Anzu will automatically become captain and gain 1 stack. From what I understand in this trial. Oh, the model is pretty cute. So we automatically gain 5 stacks of food. Do we always get 5 stack? I don't know. So you can see the cooldown is 4. It should be 5, but because I become captain, it becomes 4. So let's say I swap this turn. Actually give me 9 swaps, so I should swap. I swap this turn, and the next turn cooldown should be 2 because I swapped to become captain. Yep. So it's actually 2 turn cooldown because of first turn you already have 4 because you swap on the first turn. That's pretty cool. So let's say I don't swap. Let's see what will happen. I think I should do this. Okay, if I don't swap, would I still be able to use this active skill? Because she is still captain right now. No. Okay. So I do have to swap in order to reduce the cooldown. I see. One thing I'm very curious is the active skill. So the active skill stays random tile, but my comment section actually told me that it is not random. It's 1 selected tile. Look at here. It even says it here. It's deal damage to 1 selected tile. So you can actually select anywhere you want. No? Or so it's not selected tile. It's actually 1 selected tile on the monsters. I see. I see. Huh. Bad translation, huh? Actually, because you can select, it's very strong. I think Momo and Anzu might be one of the best welfare unit. Maybe even better than what is it? The glasses girl, what was her name again? I can't remember her name. God damn it. Oh yeah, I should swap. I can swap like a lot of time, but I can maximum swap 3 times only. Let's say I skip this turn. I should get another. Yeah. So now that you can select where you want to hit, it's a lot better. And because you does do quite a lot of damage, especially against big monsters. And the cooldown is pretty small too, because yeah, it's 5 cooldown, but you could swap pretty frequently, especially if you use Kayano, by the way. Very interesting character now that you can select it. I'm not too sure if she sucks. So let me buy it from the shop. I'm gonna see the breakthrough. Okay, I'm gonna buy the rest. I actually can buy 2 only. Okay, so the breakthrough. Reduce skill cooldown by 1 when occupying the captain position. Oh, that's a really good breakthrough. Oh wait, no, it's not occupying. Because even though she is captain, she doesn't actually reduce the cooldown. Only when you swap her to captain. So it's actually a mistranslation here as well, I think. Yeah, I actually do think he's pretty strong. So I'm gonna level her up. So you only get 1. I don't get why I have 5 at the start of the game. So let me test her out without the breakthrough first, because I'm kind of curious. The second breakthrough says when she is occupying this captain slot. But based on the trial, we clearly see it's not just occupying, it's swapped toward. Like you can see here, we don't get the cooldown reduction because we don't have the breakthroughs. So even though we swap here, it still don't get reduced. Okay, now that we have the second breakthrough, we can test that if she actually will reduce cooldown when she's occupying the leader spot. Because that's what the description says. She is occupying the slots. You can see reduce skill cooldown by 1 round when occupying the captain slot. I mean, she is occupying the captain slot right now. But it doesn't reduce the cooldown. See? So she only does it when you swap her to the captain. So she is actually not bad, but you kind of have to use Kayano with her. And to be fair, she does have a lot of synergy with Kayano, because if you're using Kayano, you could consistently make the second slot become captain every time Kayano use active skill or use swap. So I'll give her that. But other than that, I don't really think she's that strong, to be fair. Yeah, I was meant to say Adora, but Adora and her clearly has a different role. Aurora has a better use case on stages with a lot of enemies. Same with Frostfire. Alright, time for a little bit of I guess damage comparison of Aurora versus Momo and Anzu. So what I want to test here is, you know, if Momo and Anzu will do more damage versus Aurora, both being a welfare unit. Granted, Aurora has a little bit higher attack here, but it should be a fine comparison. Okay, and then we swap again. Next turn we should get the skill. So it is 2-turn cooldown if you use your captain swap. But once you use up your captain swap, it is 5 cooldown, so kinda rough. So let me see. How much damage does Aurora does is 54, and do know that there is an element of counter here. Oh, we not enough range. So this is actually another problem as well, where the range is only 3 cluster and Aurora has global range. I need to bring a teleporter. Okay, so now we can teleport. We can actually get close to use my ability, and we shall see how much damage this actually does. Okay, it is way more than Aurora, but this is a monster with forest element, so we are doing 40% more damage because of it. No, 30% more damage still. I do think Momo and Anzu here will do more damage, but yeah, 5-turn cooldown is a steep price to pay. Okay, now I think I have my conclusion here for Momo and Anzu. After testing it out for a little bit, I think she is a fine character if you have Kayano, and if you do raise Kayano, she can do some work because you do reduce her cooldown by quite a lot. And if you have the maximum breakthrough for Kayano, that's even better because you get one more captain swap. But overall, I think because she has a 5-turn cooldown, I can't really recommend too much using her, and I assume a lot of people already skip Kayano summoning unless you already summon for Rin or Rene, then probably you already have Kayano. But if you don't have Kayano, then yeah, I think Momo and Anzu is pretty weak. I do have to say though, I seen some people use Momo and Anzu and Kayano in a certain way that really makes me want to summon for Kayano. Is when you use Momo and Anzu and Kayano, the teammate on the second slot will always become the captain when you use Kayano abilities or you use the captain swap. So this can mean if you put a memory there, you can get potentially a lot of ninja power consistently. Whether that is strong or not, I'm not sure, because do notice you are using a single unit just to swap things around and reduce cooldown. But I think in certain situations it is good, but it won't work on all situations. So if you're an endgame player, you're just looking to expand some of your roster, I think Momo and Anzu is actually not bad. It has a very gimmicky playstyle where you have to, you know, move the captain swap thingy to reduce your cooldown. But it's a pretty interesting playstyle, and I actually can see it work, especially against bosses that require you to burst it down on a single turn. I mean, there are certain bosses like this, but usually I use Frostfire to deal with this. But Frostfire require the stage have ads. Some stages don't have ads, and you might just need to use this team comp to deal with it, where you use memory ability to burst the boss down on one turn, and you use Lukoa to buff the active skill damage taken. And of course, you can use Momo and Anzu to kind of do some chip damage with active skill. So yeah, Momo and Anzu is definitely better than I expected. But I feel like for most people who are veteran player, she might not be too useful. Especially in your standard team where, you know, you play some converters, you play Sinsa or Charon, and you put this strong character as captain so you can utilize their equipment skill. Because Momo and Anzu always take up the captain slot, you cannot do that. So Momo and Anzu is terrible for most standard team comp, but she is quite uniquely strong on certain teams. So yeah, I'll give Momo and Anzu a 6 out of 10. Surprisingly, she is decent, and I did say don't use her, but yeah, my opinion on her has improved a lot. I used to give her 0 out of 10 because how her ability works, but now she's not bad. Let me know what you think about Momo and Anzu. Do you like her? Do you think she might be one of the best welfare units? I still think Lola might be the best one because of her burst potential on the single target, but I think Momo and Anzu might be pretty close. Maybe on the third place, the second being Allura. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.